If you're a business owner and you want your business to thrive in today's fast-changing world of AI, you absolutely need to start paying attention to and leveraging AI influencers or AI avatars in your marketing strategy and your social media strategy. And in this video, you will learn why. So here's exactly what you're getting in this video. First of all, you will see and learn what AI influencers or AI avatars even are in the first place in the context of social media. You will see some real-life practical examples. Second, even more importantly, you will learn why you should even pay attention to AI influencers and why you should start leveraging and utilizing and learning about this amazing technology today. This will just open your mind and open your eyes to a world of whole new possibilities. I think you will be very excited about this. And of course, I will also give you some practical use cases, how exactly you can leverage and utilize AI influencers in your business and for growing your business. If you are, for example, a personal brand, such as a coach, advisor, consultant, book author, course creator, and you want to amplify your personal brand also, not just your business. Yeah. And second use case is how to leverage AI influencers if you want to amplify your business brand. Now, this might be an e-commerce business, it might be a retailing business, you might be a restaurant owner, local services owner, perhaps a SaaS or software company, whatever, or spa center, fitness, gym, wellness center, whatever business brand you want to amplify and grow. AI influencers is something you really need to start using right now. So let's begin. First of all, what AI influencers or AI avatars are in the first place. So you will see me mention the word AI influencer or AI avatar, but in this context, this basically means the same thing. Okay. So AI influencers essentially are AI generated videos of real or fictional characters, yeah, that you typically create based on an original either image or a video footage, yeah. So this is, for example, original video footage of me, as you will see right now in just a bit an example. So once you have an original footage, like you see here in this example, then you can turn this original footage, video footage, into hundreds, even thousands of unique, captivating, engaging, scroll-stopping short form videos for social media like Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, and also LinkedIn Shorts, as you can see here, yeah. So that's essentially what AI influencers are. Now let's go a little bit deeper. There are actually, generally speaking, three types of talking AI influencers or AI avatars that you can create in the context of social media for social media. Yeah. So the first one is just your AI influencer. So for example, if you are, as I mentioned, a personal brand such as a coach, an expert, consultant, advisor, course creator, and you just want to share your message or your knowledge in your image, then of course you just turn basically your original footage of you, video footage or photo, into the digital version of you, the digital twin, your AI avatar, right? So that's first use case. Now the second use case is you can actually create a fictional person, a fictional character, a person that does actually not exist in the real world. And this fictional person has human-like qualities. It looks like a human, but it just does not exist in the real world. Yeah? And then third use case, also very interesting, is you can actually create AI avatars and AI influencers using fictional characters. As you can see here, even cartoon-like characters like this. So, and then you can use simply from one static image, you can then create infinite number of scroll-stopping short-form videos for social media. Yeah. Now, let me give you a few examples, okay, so that you will see how exactly this works. Now, first, let's say option number one, you want to create your own AI influencer. Let's say, again, if you are a personal brand. So how it works is essentially you record yourself, you use your existing video footage, or you record a brand new, roughly 60 seconds in length. As you can see here,
I am right now training
this is actually my
AI
original footage of me. Let me just decrease myself, okay? And then you upload this video footage to a platform like HeyGen, and then from there onwards, you can use this video footage to create these AI-generated videos. These videos, for example, that you can see here, video number 2, 3, and 4, are already AI-generated, fully AI-generated based on the original footage. One shot of super greens from Sun Warrior, and your body hits the reset button. And you will see here talking AI avatar, in this case my digital twin, my AI avatar. You will notice here subtitles or captions also here, and also important B-rolls, right? These B-rolls can be static images or videos. This is very important for social media because videos need to also be engaging, not necessarily just the AI influencer itself. Here's another example.
Down the top 3 reasons you should be using AI avatars right now for.
And the third
Here's
example.
the truth. Creating content the old way is expensive and time consuming.
Okay, so now you have a general idea how these influencers work. Now, of course, there's a second one, as I mentioned, where you use a fictional AI influencer. So it has human-like qualities. It looks like a human being. You simply use one. You can generate this photo in any platform today in a few mouse clicks, create a character in your liking in a way, like however you like. And then from this place onward, you will see these examples here are just made out of one static photo of this person, this lady that you can see here, right? Now, here's another example.
Shot of these super.
This is talking AI influencer. This one is very powerful. This one is a cinematic video. This one, if you ask me, has even more potential because to generate this video, for example, that you will see now, I simply provided a static photo of this person, okay, and a static photo of a product. In this case, super greens powder of a brand called Sun Warrior. This is example for e-commerce businesses, for example. And two static photos you upload essentially, and a script, text-to-speech script, very important. And what comes out is a video like this. Pay attention.
Enormous super greens are amazing for boosting your energy and detoxing your body naturally. Just 1 scoop a day helps you feel.
You can see how this is a cinematic video of an AI influencer that basically, again, all of this, it was made from two static photos, okay? Photo of a product, two-dimensional photo, like you see here, this can of super greens, and this static photo of this person here, right? And then what you see here, the person actually then holding the product, showing the product, and you can do this in so many gazillion different ways for real estate, restaurants, food tasting, wine tasting, I mean, you name it, okay? And here's another example,
of these super.
also an example of when you have a talking AI influencer at the top or the bottom, and then in the other part of the video, you have scrolling B-rolls, and B-rolls are just relevant images or video footage that's relevant to the video being discussed here, right? So this is a split screen type of a video,
and your body
where AI influencer is shown all the time throughout the entire timeline of the video. This video here is what I call switch screen, where you have AI influencer, then B-roll, AI influencer, and B-roll. You will see here.
One shot of these super greens, and your body hits the reset button.
So here you have. Okay, so these are just examples of talking AI influencers or AI avatars. Okay, now let me zoom out a little bit more out. Now let's go to, as I mentioned, there are 3 practical use cases. How exactly can you leverage this in your business to grow your business? Well, this just depends on what type of a brand you want to amplify, right? As I mentioned, you have 2 options. If you want to amplify your personal brand, so you might be a coach, consultant, a therapist, perhaps a healer, an influencer, author, expert in domain or certain field, right? Then you have 2 options. Okay, you can either just turn yourself and create your own digital AI influencer, or in your image, speaking like you, looking like you, and so forth, right? So that's one option. Now the other option, very powerful, is that where you can actually create a fictional AI influencer of a fictional person that does not exist, and then actually boost that influencer on social media, but then this influencer actually talks about you, recommends your work, and just kind of and then promotes your work, right? Another powerful way where you have a third person, another person talking about you, yeah? And you can actually have multiple such influencers on social media talking about you. Just once you also understand the reasons why you want to pay attention to AI influencers, primarily the speed of creating these videos and the ridiculously low cost of creating these videos, everything will start to click and connect, okay? So that's the first use case. The second use case, if you own a business brand, you might be an owner, or you might work at, for example, a business that's not a personal brand, for example, an e-commerce company selling food supplements, or perhaps selling footwear or sport apparel online. Perhaps you might own a wellness center somewhere in a city or somewhere. Perhaps you are a retailer, perhaps you own a hotel, perhaps a restaurant, coffee shop, local business, perhaps plumbing services, perhaps a roofing company, right? So again, a business brand. Well, you have 2 options. In fact, one very powerful option. You can, of course, create many or just one fictional AI influencer. You would either create a brand new profile on social media, or you would just use it as within your profile, with your channel on social media, and just start creating tons of high valuable, engaging, captivating short form content where this AI influencer talks about topics or content related to your business, right? So if you are, let's say, a roofing company, right, you could just have AI influencer sharing content, updates, trends when it comes to related to roofing. Now, again, I'm not expert in roofing, but this could be related to weather, perhaps, how to fix your roof, how to prepare your roof, how to isolate your roof, like, I don't know, like how to choose the best provider. Like, there's just infinite options of what type of content you can create, right? So these are 2 or 3 use cases, and the third one is a provider use case. So you might be an agency, a marketing expert, potentially a growth expert, or you're just looking for to perhaps, I don't know, start potentially a new business. I believe, in fact, I already see this. This is already happening, and this is one of the best opportunities right now to help other businesses leverage AI influencers, right? Because every business wants more customers, more clients. Every business currently struggle, not every, but most, vast majority of businesses struggle on social media. They struggle to use actually AI properly and correctly, as you will soon see shortly. So these are actually, now you see what AI influencers are. You also saw some practical use cases, how to leverage them to build your business, not to build your business, grow your business, and ensure your business continues to thrive. Now let's go into the juiciest part of this video, which is why AI influencers. And again, once you see this, you too very likely will see this through a whole another different lens, and you will see what an amazing opportunity this is. In fact, I would even call this whole thing with AI influencers is what is known in investing as asymmetric bet, right? So we are not betting here, by the way. We can actually rephrase this into asymmetric investment. Okay, so what is an asymmetric investment is this one on the right side, when it has asymmetric upside, where the upside, potential payoff, potential reward for you as measured in more reach online, more leads, more sales, more customers, more business for you, is so much larger, is like proportionally to the order of magnitude larger than the actual potential risk, what you're risking here, specifically when you do things the right way with AI influencers, right? The risk here is almost, of course, it's not non-existent. There's always risk of you losing your precious time, risk of you losing your precious precious money on doing something that doesn't work, right? There's always risk in anything, but the risks are minimum, specifically when you stack them against potential payoffs. Again, almost, I won't say exponential growth on social media, but just I want you to understand also why influencers and the cost of production, everything will just connect. So that's the first reason. Okay, now let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, there's also something typically when I talk about AI influencers to my friends and business owners. Basically, a lot of them, one of the main concerns is how real these videos even look like, right? And if they get any engagement. Well, here's the good news, okay? The first part is that the AI technology itself, it's in fact not just AI technology, information technology in general has been progressing, improving at exponential pace. Now there's doubling in the improvement, in the quality, and the processing power. I think now it doubles almost every 6 months. I mean, and you've noticed there's the progress from going from no ChatGPT to what ChatGPT can do today has been exponential. There's an exponential progress, and it's the same with this technology. We already are at the point right now. We reached this point, by the way, already in 2025, where AI influencers or AI generated avatars are so realistic, so lifelike that most people don't even recognize and distinguish between what is a human being filming on camera, like I'm doing right now, versus what is an AI generated video of another character, right? That's how good it is, and it's just getting better and better. Specifically, all those what I call cinematic videos, those also are just mind-boggling.
More vibrant and ready to take.
This is a cinematic video, just made from a text prompt and 2 images of a product and 1 image of this person here, as you can see here, okay? So keep that in mind, right? If your concern is on my universe, like people don't want, human beings on social media don't like to watch or interact with AI-generated content, keep that information in mind, okay? Very, very important. Now, another very important reason is, just like any other technology, this AI influencers is still very early. So as you will soon see, I can actually jump to this part here, okay? Is very early, not just AI influencers, but AI technology itself, practical use cases in business, okay? So one of the latest researches done by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the gals at this MIT found out that actually most businesses, 95% of companies and businesses still see zero return on their massive investments in AI, okay? Now, this is a very simplified summary of this report, but what they found out essentially is they did not say that AI doesn't work, doesn't bring value. AI actually brings tremendous value to businesses, primarily reducing certain operational costs and then, of course, increasing the revenue. But the reason why you are already ahead of 95% of businesses, okay, here's the summary, is because most businesses still don't know how to actually utilize AI to save certain workflows, they reduce certain operational costs, and they just focus things on the wrong thing, right? So they lack new workflows and automations. They target or use AI in wrong use cases primarily, or trying to use AI to solve the wrong problem that don't even need solving in the first place, right? So this should, like, it's quite surprising. Like 95% of businesses still don't know how to properly get amazing value from AI, despite all the hype that you can see all there, okay? So this is also, and you are, by watching this and by start paying attention to this technology, you're already ahead of 95% of businesses and very likely all your competition, okay? Also very important. So now let's go back to, we're still in the why AI influencers, okay? Now, let's go to the next slide here, okay? As a business, one of the, if we simplify business, it's basically business has 2 functions. Okay, this is a very simplistic view. Number 1, get more customers. Number 2, retain as many customers as possible. That's it. Now, and if you look at how exactly a company can acquire or get more customers or stay in front of the minds of existing customers, these are called the reach and traffic sources, ranked by fast to slow, cheap to expensive. You will see that today, absolute kings, you even see here the king crown here, the absolute king sources for online reach to reach your new potential customers or existing customers are short form videos. Short form videos on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikToks, and Facebook Reels, and now also LinkedIn, okay? By far, the most cost efficient, the most fastest way to reach customers online is through short form videos. Social media, in other words. Now, of course, there are other traffic sources as well, equally important, but they have their own downsides. Either they are very slow to start kicking in, or they are expensive. For example, of course, you can start running meta ads, like in the next 15 minutes, you can start getting first views, clicks, and leads, but it will cost you money out of the gate immediately, yeah? In fact, and Meta charges your card every single day, right? This content here, while in theory it's free, you don't have to pay anyone, you still have costs related to time cost, people cost, production cost, filming cost, and then software cost, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? Like if you want to reach more customers, grow faster, impact more human beings, short form videos is absolute winner in this category, as you can see here, okay? Looking from this particular matrix, the cost of actually getting results and the speed of getting results as measured from fast to slow, okay? Now, related to that, okay, now we go to the next one, is if you want to get any meaningful growth on social media, it's a common consensus from experts and even platforms themselves like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. You need to be posting consistently. Posting short form videos consistently every single day. And ideally, roughly 2 to 3 short form videos every single day. Okay? Now, 2 to 3 videos a day adds up to 100 videos a month, right? A lot, okay? Now, the problem is posting 2 to 3 short form videos every single day on multiple social media platforms is hard. It's very hard. It's complex because there are so many different platforms. It's overwhelming because there are so many different workflows. It can be exhausting if you're doing this by yourself. It can be very time consuming, and most importantly, it's expensive. It's expensive, literally measured in US dollars or euros or whichever your currency is. In fact, when you do some some online research, you will actually also find out is that on average, most businesses today, on average, pay $3,000 to $12,000 per month to post 60 short form videos on social media platforms every single month. So it costs on average $3,000 to $12,000, just depends on the production and the video quality, 3 to 12 grand a month to post 60 short form videos a month on 4 social media platforms. So this is 2 videos a day, and these costs entail people cost. So you might be doing this, you might have a team, they have a salary, you need to pay them. Then of course time, your time or their time, then software cost, production cost, filming cost. I mean, that's the people, and also the people on camera. If you're using, like, you know, even if you're filming podcasts, for example, and you're then clipping podcasts into short form clips, it will still cost you a lot of money to go get those videos clipped and edited and produced and adding B-rolls, published, managed, and all these things. Well, with AI influencers, you bring this cost down to roughly 10% of this, okay? That's an amazing, massive cost saving, massive opportunity. In fact, if I show you another chart that kind of summarizes the power of AI influencers, this chart here that kind of says the cost and time. Using AI influencers in your social media, hands down, beats all other options and everything else that you could do as a business owner to script, produce, publish 60 short form videos every single month. For example, you have, let's say, if you could hire influencers, you can hire a social media agency, hire talent in-house, use your existing in-house talent, do it by yourself, and so forth, right? So AI influencers, in terms of cost of production, how much it costs you per unit to create and publish one piece of content versus how fast you can do it, hands down beats everything else. Yeah. So this is also something that you absolutely need to know. That's another reason why this is an asymmetric bet. So you drastically reduce the cost of production and publishing, and also shrink the speed at which you can be moving. And this brings me also to this very important part. Okay, is that when typically in history, if you look at history, companies that brought in massive reductions in their production costs or producing value, right, or producing anything that gets them value back, gives them competitive edge. This leads to competitive advantage and edge, and sometimes even the complete market domination. Okay, so there are 2 great examples. Before SpaceX and Elon Musk came to actually launch SpaceX, don't hold me accountable for the exact numbers, but the cost of launching one rocket was, I'm making this up from the top of my head, $100 million. It was expensive, $100 million. And then Elon Musk came in and he basically revolutionized launching of rockets, primarily just using reusable rockets. So they didn't just use a rocket once, but they launch a rocket, bring it down, refuel, launch again. So that allowed them to drastically decrease the cost of launching something into space. And as such, what happened? SpaceX is now an absolute dominator of this industry of space transport. SpaceX has the vast majority of all the government contracts to blasting satellites into the orbit. And not only that, then also with SpaceX, Elon Musk also now built the largest constellation of satellites in the known history. Okay, before SpaceX, there were, I don't know, a few thousand satellites orbiting around planet Earth. Now you have just SpaceX has, I think, 10,000 satellites. Okay, just because a complete domination. And now with SpaceX, Starlink, by the way, Starlink has so many satellites in the orbit right now, already providing super fast, low latency internet, like just from one simple antenna. And now Starlink is also venturing into cell phones. I think Starlink and SpaceX will eat all mobile carriers and cell phone providers like alive, I believe, just with this, okay? So that's one recent example. Just the reducing cost of producing something, the production cost can lead to market dominance. Another great example is Henry Ford or Ford Automotive or the cars. So before Henry Ford or the Ford brought in a revolution in the production, how cars were assembled, every car was fixated in a stationary workspace, and then people would come to the car, different experts, and then they would be working on a car, and the car was never moving. Car was always in one place. And then Henry Ford saw somewhere in the meat production factory, saw the the assembly line, the conveyor, the moving parts, when actually then he got an eureka moment. And then basically in short, Henry Ford created the assembly line, where cars are moving on the assembly line, but the workers are always fixated on he flipped the whole thing, quite literally. Now experts are just standing on one place. For example, the person adding tires on a car. The people just stand on one station, and the cars are passing by them on an assembly line, and this person is just adding wheels onto the car. Another person is putting paint on, and so forth, right? And because of that, now why this is important? Because of that, Ford company, the production allowed them to drastically reduce the cost of producing a car. Just it cost them less to produce a car, and a good car, a competitive car. And as a result of that, they were able to lower much lower prices on the market. So they crushed competition by delivering at least same quality of cars, if not better, at a lower price. And that just, it's just, you don't have to be a genius, a business genius to understand that lowering your internal cost of production, of delivering or creating some form of value gives you a competitive edge on the market, and in some cases, even complete market dominance. And that's exactly the case with, as I mentioned, AI influencers. You bring down the cost of producing such videos and posting them online on social media to 1/10 of the traditional cost compared to anything else. Doing it yourself, in-house agencies, experts, people cost, it's just mind-boggling. And that's why, with all these reasons, this using AI influencers in your business is what I believe it's an asymmetric investment. That's why you absolutely need to start not only paying attention, as I mentioned, but actually actively learning and putting this into action, into practice. Okay, so now you've learned what AI influencers are, practical use cases, how to use them, and the most important part, why you need to start leveraging this and playing with this to some degree today. Okay, now to learn more, there are more resources that we have available to help you go deeper down this amazing rabbit hole. Okay, you will find the link somewhere, more resources here below this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it valuable, empowering, inspiring, and I hope you will take action on this. I will see you in the next video. All the best.